It's time for another Sparkspective, and this time it's for episode 3. Now, this is Sparkspective, the show where we recap the latest happenings on your favorite queer reality dating show, Spark Scam. And because this is an extra special episode dahil maraming naganap sa episode 3, of course, we had to invite someone iconic, someone fabulous, isang iconic mompreneur. Kaya naman nandito ngayon si IC Mendoza!
Hi, Momo! Thanks for having me. Nag-catch out na talaga yung mompreneur na yun.
Of course!
I'm so happy to be here and very excited to recap episode 3 with you. Kasi as you said, sobrang daming pasabog. So, very excited to be here.
Yes, kinilig ka ba?
Sobra. Kasi lately kasi yung pagkilig ko is pag-ihi ko na lang. Pero ngayon kasi, kinilig talaga ako natural.
Bongga yan. Kaya naman, since this is a review show, talaga namang ibabalik rin natin yung history mo for reviewing mga tsaa before bilang ikaw ay grandson ng iconic Inday Badiday. How was your transition from becoming that to being a mompreneur nowadays?
Actually, medyo mahaba yung usapan na to. Pero I'll just keep it short. But I guess I really had to pivot back in 2015 kasi during that time, the showbiz work is not happening na for me. And ganun pag showbiz As in, hindi talaga sure yung mga bagay-bagay. It's exciting pero it's not as stable. So I really had to pivot into PR, which is yun naman talaga yung alam ko. Then, fast forward to ngayon, we have Encircle, my agency, our agency. So we manage social media strategy and influencer marketing for several conglomerate brands.
Love it. Naku, bongga talaga. And that's what queer people do When sometimes things aren't working out, we have to pivot.
Yes. And actually, hindi lang for queer people. Siguro, in terms of career, no? And I would like to quote my friend, si Chusi Vargas, you are allowed to reinvent yourselves as many times as you want. So, yun nga. Ito yung reinvention ko siguro into the corporate world, which is, yun nga, sobrang happy ako kasi na tahi pa rin sa roots ko, which is showbiz.
Love that. Naku, we're so glad you're here in your sequin green top.
Yeah.
Kumusta mga ganap? Are you very busy lately?
Yeah, sobra. Very busy naman ang agency life. And aside from that, I also have a few investments na di ko naman sasabihin kung but marami mga paparating soon. But yun nga, I'm very busy with business and doing things behind the scenes now. Kaya pag may opportunity to guest in like LGBT podcasts or anything LGBT themed, I say yes kagad. So, lalo na nung June, sobrang busy ko para kung I would say, Jose Marichan ng Pride. Kasi nga, parang ang dami-daming ganap ng Pride. Which is yun nga, parang yun nga, happy naman tayo that na-invite tayo sa mga ganito.
Yes, bongga yan. Booked and blessed, diba? Yes. So thank you for joining us here on Sisne POP for the Sparkspective. Now, how did you get into the Spark Scam? Do you love the show?
Yes, I love the show. Pero siya, especially now, kasi marami akong friends na campers. Kaya mas invested ako ngayon, I would say. So, siya, before we, pinanood ko yung episode 1, 2, and 3. Pero before I went here, pinanood ko sila ulit. Para lang at least, bibaon ako, diba?
Ma-refresh yung memories natin. Para talaga maganda yung mga mahahanash namin dito dahil mahirap na. But what do you think about the existence of a queer reality dating show in the Philippines?
Alam mo, it's about time kasi these are the narratives that we don't normally talk about. Ako growing up as a kid and someone from the entertainment industry, nakakahon ako sa role I see ikaw gay sidekick. So yun lang talaga yung role ko. Although I'm so grateful for the showbiz work that I have done, I'm so happy that the entertainment industry has progressed into these stories na hindi na pag-uusapan before. Kasi, okay, pag bading ka, eto ka lang, you're just a gay sidekick, you're just ganito, you're just a comic relief. Walang mali sa ganon, pero ang pagiging bading, it's a whole wide spectrum of things. We experience love in different forms. We experience excitement in all forms. So, very timely ngayon na may reality dating show na dedicated to our community as well. And I'm happy that it's picking up traction. Kasi ang daming sumusunod sa kanila ngayon. So, happy na mga di-response sa show.
Yes, talagang bongga. Even for our last episodes, marami talaga nagko-comment. They've been very supportive. And that also makes me happy as a queer individual myself. But also, we're also here to talk about the events in Season 3, specifically Episode 3. What do you think of Season 3 so far? Last week napansin ko parang they're becoming very racy.
Yes, and ano kasi siya, as a marketing girl, no, sabi ko nga kanina, I'm looking at the comment section to see the share of voice, ganyan. So, nakakatuwa kasi ang daming, grabe, episode 3 pa lang, meron ng mga manok yung mga netizens sa parang they want Ants and Kim. Grabe daw yung chemistry ni Andrew and ni KHALI, 'di ba? And ni Aaron and ni Harold. Harold na gusto ko maging best friend, by the way. So yun, nakakatuwa kasi nga yung clamor for the show, paakit na paakyat. Kasi like we have queer shows, like we have Drag Race. So naman yan staple ang Drag Race. Pero this format is very new to the Philippine landscape. So very exciting kasi for sure, merong gagaya nito. And it's so happy na at least, ito yung very fresh idea na tinatanggap ng mga tao. And hindi lang mga bading, even mga
streets, na
mga
casual
street,
viewers.
mga babae na casual
Yeah.
viewers na kinikilig sa mga love team, mga kabaklaan, di ba? So, nakakatuwa na maganda yung response sa show.
And super exciting then because the cast this season, they're very, very hot. So let me ask you now, IC. Let us say you're out in the wild. Sino sa cast yung parang medyo mapipisil mo?
Para ba anak ko na yung siguro, I would say si Kim. Si Kim.
Yeah.
Abilig ako sa lalaki magandang smile.
He is, very cute. Very leading man yung face.
And si Ants. Pero si Ants kasi friend ko Pero nung hindi ko pa siya friend, ang ganda rin nung dating ni Ants. Lalo na in person.
Kasi tall, dark, and handsome.
Tsaka he's very engaging. Like, charming siya kausap. Hindi siya, dami kasi mga gwapo na aware silang gwapo sila. Pero si Ants kasi, unaware, blissfully unaware na cute siya.
Okay, pero what about love teams? May napipisil ka na bang pairings?
Yung medyo intriga ako dun sa JOER Edward ngayon. Kasi parang ang sarap nila panoorin. Siguro kasi sexy nila pareho. Penging link. Joke! Pero siya, siguro, aside dun sa dalawa, sana si Julio, kasi friend ko siya, sana sila ni Kim mangyari. Kasi they gave their spark. It was a mutual spark,
Yes.
di ba, noong una? So sana masustain nila yan. Kasi I think bagay din sila.
Well, yan, abangan natin yan in the future episodes kung sila talaga.
Yes!
Ang mag-end up with each other. But right now, are you ready to get into the actual events of the episode?
Let's go!
Bongga, ayan. So last week, KHALI won the wrestling challenge, which was a really hot challenge. And the prize for that is being able to choose who to go on a very romantic pool date with. Ang tanong ko, IC, how do you think about pool dates?
Pool dates, I think it's not my ideal date. Pero yung pool date kasi hindi siya first date for me. It's something that you should do mga fourth date, fifth date, ganyan. Pero nung watching KHALI and Andrew, I think naman sila grabe yung sexual magnetism nila sa isa't isa.
Meron talaga.
Meron talaga. Yung parang, I think it was very, they both got vulnerable in a very romantic setting, which is, overall, it's so beautiful.
I love that too kasi parang nagkaroon in the previous episodes, they were very open to each other almost immediately, which was nice. Tapos parang nag-culminate dun sa pool date na hindi lang basta vulnerable, na talagang they were very, attracted to each other at hindi nahihiya. May kissing, may cuddling.
Yes.
What did you think? Anong kabilis?
Yes, actually, umading naman. Lahat naman tayo tayo magkunwari, di ba? Oo. Hindi, pero you're in a space that allows it to happen, di ba? So, I guess, ngayon, lalo na sila, di ba? Ang KPI nila is kailangan nila magka-spark. So, karirin nyo na, di ba?
Para magka-spark, kailangan ikis-kiss.
Yes, correct. Oo. And naman, nakita ko naman yung authenticity nila dalawa during the pool na kahit may camera, they really talked about their red flags, their green flags, and very important to get that out on like your early dates. Yeah.
Cute sila. So, how do you think it's gonna go? Kung si Julio at Kim medyo napipisel mo, what about these two?
Feeling ko kasi, honest opinion, si Andrew siya talaga yung, hyper-focus kay Kim. Hyper-focus, that's kasi Kim nasa isip ko.
Oh my gosh!
Hyper-focus kay KHALI.
Yes.
Si KHALI kasi, I think, hindi pa siya sobrang 100%. So, I hope he comes around kasi I'm rooting for them.
Well, the thing is, it's interesting you mentioned na parang may hindi aligned because babalikan natin yan mamaya. But let's get into my favorite part of the episode kasi yun talagang meat of this video because we are gonna be playing what they played, which is called Sexy secrets.
Okay. Green flag. Magkaganon tayo. Green flag, red flag.
Yes, wala tayong flags, but we're just gonna talk about if we think those are green flags and red flags. So in the episode, Mother Mela revealed certain sexy secrets, kinks about the campers at aaminin nila isa't isa. So, iisa-isahin namin yung mga secrets na yun and we will share our thoughts if we think those are red flags or green flags. So, IC, are you ready to get kinky?
Hindi pa ako out talaga eh.
Wow! Biglang
Actually,
dito nag-hesitate. Dahil dyan, let's play. Let's get started. So, JOER said that he likes to role play and yung preference niya is mag-dress up as a corpo guy. So talaga yung kink niya is being a guy in uniform. So for you, IC, is that a green flag or a red flag?
Ako, green flag, yeah. Way back, the 20s ko, meron akong naka-hook up na sundalo talaga siya by profession. So, sabi ko, magsuot siya ng soldier outfit nung mag-meet kami. So, I felt that, sundalo, Camp Crame fantasy, di ba? So, yun. Ako, I'm all for fulfilling that roles. And especially, ang artista ako for the longest time. So, I don't have a problem with role playing.
No, same here.
No,
I
ikaw?
think green flag yon.
May roles ka na ba na play?
No, I haven't tried role
Pero
playing actually.
you want to experience.
But I'm willing if my partner wants to dress up at something, gusto niya ako maging French maid.
Sure! Oh my God, ganun ka.
Diba, meron akong ganun-ganun. Ang tawag doon.
Pero like, kunwari, like, sobrang weird. Like, gusto ko niya maging nuno sa punso. May something na medyo, hindi siya yung parang sex. Kasi may mga ganun fetish, diba? Parang role-playing pa din yun.
That's a good question. Duende ears can be sexy. Ewan ko sa nuno sa punso. No offense sa mga nuno sa punso. Tabi-tabi po. Okay, let's move on. So, si Edward naman, he said he's into bottom na dax. What do you think of that? Kasi parang it's such a specific thing.
Well, bottom na dax. Well, hindi naman. I'm also bottom. Shocking, di ba? Wow. Pero ako, siya, I think, green flag naman. Parang, pero kasi sa akin, hindi ako particular with size.
Right.
Actually, trivia, hindi kami nag-work ng isa kong ex kasi masyadong malaki yung niya. Pero yung siguro green flag naman siya. I mean, well endowed, maganda naman. Tignan, di ba?
Well, to me rin naman, it really doesn't matter. Pero I think what's important is performance siguro.
Yes. May marami kasi mga top na kahit hindi ginagamit yung button nyo, kahit hindi nila ginagamit yung nose nila. Parang it's such a turn on na parang wow, parang gets ko naman yung feels niya.
And now we move on to Ants. And yung kanyang kink is a very interesting one. Sabi niya gusto niya daw matry makipag-threesome with a straight couple. For you, IC, red flag, green flag?
Sure ako. Hindi ko talaga kaya pag girl. As in, I call myself a platinum gay. Kasi never pa ako nakahawak ng poop. As in, kahit nung pinanganak ako, cesarean ako. As in, pag ako,
iniwasan talaga.
Iniwasan ko yung, hindi ko talaga kaya at all. Kahit sabi mong may lalaki dyan, I will be weirded out. Hindi ako mataturn on.
Talaga.
You?
Ako, I'm very open to it. I'm willing to try. I don't know, some women are very attractive to me.
Kunwari, hindi kasi mas madali for you kasi girl ka din.
I
Parang
guess, baka may ganon.
Oo, may ganong element.
Oo, but for me, I find women very attractive. Have I been attracted to the point na
like kiss a girl and like parang
I would.
hawakan mo pepe niya kaya?
I would.
Kaya.
I'm willing.
Adventurous.
Of course!
Nakakita ko ng puti once, parang nagka-fever ako after. Pero God bless lahat ng mga puti ha.
Oo, go lang. Paglaban nyo
not
yan.
for me.
Now, this next kink is also a little interesting kasi hindi talaga siya kink for me. Parang sinabi niya lang na wala talaga siyang preference when it comes to that. Pero he's willing to match your freak. And this is Kim. Is that a red flag or green
basta
flag?
si Kim game. Joke! Green flag siya for me kasi he adapts dun sa kink ng kung sino man. May it be boring or extreme. So I think that's a very, green flag siya for a partner na we all have our kinks. We all have our preferences. And for someone who could adjust and do well and satisfy your fetishes kahit kahit wala siya sa checklist, that's a super green flag for me.
Yeah, and all the campers agree. Unanimously green
Oo,
flags.
kasi someone na para considerate too. Like, lahat tayo may mga weird freaks na di natin na-express sa maayos. And for someone na, sige, kahit ano pa yan, gagawin ko for you. Hot yun na.
Yeah, that's super attractive kasi parang, diba, every relationship should be a give and take. And if this person is willing to actually explore with you,
yes.
Especially kung si Kim, katulad ni Kim, wala naman siyang preference, but is willing to try.
And si Kim pa, di ba? So parang...
Ganun pang face card. Come on.
That smile, my God.
Yeah, so Kim, please, kung may time, come on the show. Let's move on now to Julio. Now, si Julio was very fascinated with orgasms. Yun yung kink niya. Gusto niya nakikita yung differences kung paano mag-orgasm yung iba't ibang tao. And he also loves the experience of figuring out how to make someone orgasm. Red flag, green flag.
Green flag also. Hindi, ako knowing Julio for so long, ano talaga siya, he's one of the kindest and very considerate with people. As in, sa barkada namin nga, I would consider, isa sa mga pinaka-nice talaga. So, yun nga, for him to be able to be curious on how he pleases someone, that's a super green flag. It shows na attentive siya sa partner niya and yun nga, similar to Kim, parang hindi lang sila, okay, this is my fetish, take it or leave it sila. They want to, yung fetish nila is to sort of understand yung kinks mo also. Sabi niya nga, di ba, ang orgasm parang QR code.
Yes.
Diba? Para siyang, it's unique to everyone. Yung iba pasigaw, yung iba, yung iba ganon, diba? So, parang, yung iba tahimik. Ikaw, how do you orgasm?
Ano, quiet lang.
Paano quiet? As in,
Parang, ganon. Ganon lang.
si Julio mag-guessin dito, for sure.
Oh, for sure,
Done na
please.
yan.
Oo, done deal ka na ha. From indoor secrets, lumabas tayo sa outdoor. Kasi si Harold, ang kanyang ni-reveal ni secret kink is nakipag-outdoor sex siya. Muntik na daw siyang matuklaw ng ahas. Outdoor sex for you, IC. Red flag, green flag.
Depende. I mean, ano kasi ako like, siguro yung pag-outdoor, yung mga bundok-bundok red flag. Kasi, na-experience ko kasi ma-outdoor. I did it sa cars, sa public places. Pero, as a 37-year-old mompreneur, I want good preparation. Para ma-enjoy ko rin talaga. Ayokong nako-conscious. Kasi gets ko yung fetish siya, parang gusto mo ng, okay, may adventure, ganyan.
May
pero
risk
ako,
na
may
mahuhuli
risk.
kayo.
Ako tapos na kasi ako, doon gusto ko talaga, okay, malinis yung sheets, as in, meron tayong douche. Gusto ko talaga well-prepared tayo.
I can totally understand yung need for preparation. I mean, definitely mahalaga yon, yung need for preparation. But, kung outdoor rin lang, most outdoor siguro red flag for me. Pero kung siguro sa tubig, like sa beach,
Pwede.
pool, maybe I'm willing.
Pwede sa pool. Pero kasi, ano rin, nakirap kasi one time, may tinry ako na gano'n.
Aha.
Pag sisid ko, parang medyo nalunod ako.
Oo nga.
Oo, nakaka-stress.
It's a skill kasi nalulunod ka na ng keme, nalulunod ka pa ng tubig. Well, yung kamutual marks ni Harold, which is Aaron, ang kink niya was something very vanilla. Sabi niya, he prefers quick lang, kasi that's what gets him going, na alam niyang tapos na agad. What do you think of that? Is that a red flag or green flag?
Well, ako ano siya medyo gitna ako. Pwede ba yellow flag? Kasi ano siya depende sa guy. Kasi very busy rin ako. So may times na gusto ko, okay, mabilis lang. And yun nga, as a bottom, parang I want it, sige, done na. Depende talaga sa guy na makakasama. Kasi I had like partners na they want it long, they want it to last long. Pero ako na may mga iba naman na mabilis din mag-get off. So ako, it doesn't really matter. So siguro hindi siya sobrang red flag or green flag. It's just is.
Yeah, it's a matter of preference kasi there are times that you're in the mood for very long.
Kasi may times talaga na parang gusto mo, okay, gusto mo patagalin. May mga times talaga na parang let's get it over with, di ba? So, as long as parehas kayo masatisfy, it doesn't depend on the duration.
Now we move on to Julian's kink. At ang sabi ni Julian, he's willing to just lay there and feel helpless and be dominated. Red flag or green flag?
Green flag, pero to an extent. So, again, terms and conditions tayo. So, kailangan, before mo i-enter, ito yung mga bawal. Diba? Para at least you could enjoy it also. Diba? So, I guess, if you're gonna go all out submissive, kailangan meron ka ring checkbox. Ito yung mga bawal gawin.
Yung mga safe words.
Mga safe words, oo.
Parang give rin siya. I'm okay with it. I would rather be the one na nagdo-dominate.
Mas dominatrix
Parang, feeling ko that's my
ako
energy.
Parang ako hindi.
Talaga mas gusto mo ikaw yung
dominate mo nga ako ngayon.
Diba?
Tara,
Tayo na lang, IC.
Tara, OnlyFans tayo.
Diba? Yes,
Dominate
girl!
mo.
Ayan na nga. So mag-subscribe kayo. Kikita pa kami. Diba? Baklaan lang. OnlyFans pero marihan.
So, Mars, pasok ko to ha. Ganyan.
Gusto ko yon, ganon.
I guess ako, I have nothing against BDSM. Ako, na-experience ko rin siya. Pero yun nga, you have to, again, be very specific and intentional on how you do it. Hindi yung pwedeng on a whim lang siya.
Yeah, that's very, very important. Kasi a lot of these situations when it comes to yung may dominant and may sub is, may safety concerns talaga.
Oo.
So, dapat number one yun all the time. Talk to your partner and be very safe around it. Si KHALI, ang sabi niya, ang kanyang fantasy is pilahan siya ng mga good-looking men and then be used. Red flag, green
siya yung
flag.
magagamit?
Parang both. Parang sabi niya, pleasure them and use him for pleasure.
Ako, green flag.
Hmm.
Kasi may fantasy rin ako na ganyan. Kasi first, when you look at yung mga personality traits, feeling ko connected din yun sa sexual preferences natin. I think I am an ENFP, so mas peacock, mas extrovert. So may fantasy rin ako na parang may group of guys. Pero like lang sila, tapos ako lang yung star. Ganon. So ako, siya, it's a green flag for me.
I guess I agree. Parang green flag na naman siya for me. It's adventurous. I mean, multiple partners is kind of exciting.
Kasi iba, orgy is one, di ba? Parang lahat kayo nagkakapal. Pero iba lahat sila nakatutok sa'yo to your needs. So para
Very princess.
Para ka lang prinsesa, go. Ganyan.
It makes you feel very, very special. And ako, I like it also kasi may pagka-passive. Parang andito lang ako.
Dito ka lang, ganda-gandahan ka lang, buhat-buhating ka, nakapilas. Ako gusto ko, gets ko yung kay KHALI.
Wag naman yung parang binabalasubos
Gusto
yung
ko
katawan.
yung pa rin, maalaga pa din.
Correct. Ako din, I love gentle stuff. Diba? Be gentle to me. Pero may sinabi si KHALI that's kind of interesting. Sabi niya, territorial din kasi siya. Which we'll get into as we talk about Andrew's preference. Kasi sabi naman ni Andrew, meron siyang, I guess, habit na magtingin-tingin sa mga bathhouse and dark room bars. Red flag or green flag?
Green. Basta as long as, kung partnered ka, as long as aligned siya with your partner, you're not cheating. And when you're single, ako enjoy. Yung bathhouse kasi, it's something na hindi ko gagawin dito sa Pilipinas. I don't do it here. I did it once, twice. Pero like, sa abroad kasi, it's so liberating. Kasi parang wala nakakilala sa'yo. You get to express your sexuality in ways na hindi mo ma-express with one partner. Diba? Pag komportable ka, you should explore also. Ako, G naman ako dyan. Basta as long as wala kang sabit.
Which is something that they both talked about kasi bringing up yun ni Mela na sabi niya, well, sabi ni KHALI, territorial siya. How is that
parang,
gonna work?
parang red flag kay KHALI.
Yes, red flag nga kay KHALI.
Pero kay Andrew, G.
That's his kink eh.
Oo.
Pwede naman pag-usapan. Andrew did clarify. Sabi niya, pag single, yes, go.
Pag in a relationship, again, kami nga nung partner ko, ex-partner ko, we decided sa US and then sa Japan na, parang explore our kinks, kumbaga. So, we had a good time.
It was a good conversation that they had about open relationships. So what do you think about open relationships? Could they work?
Yes, if you have a solid foundation ng relationship already. Ang flaw sa mga open relationship is if hindi na set yung boundaries and if the foundation is not that strong. Pag nag-open kasi, kailangan, alam mo yan, meron na kayong life talaga together. Then, you'll just do this for fun. Hindi yung ang aga nyo nag-open. And then pero it's bound to fail.
That's why I've heard na a lot of the open relationships that work are from couples na nagsimula from a long time ago. They've been in a relationship for 5 years.
Hindi, as in yung sa akin nga, mga 10 years, ganyan, sakala sila nag-open.
Yeah. So, again, it's very important to have communication and boundaries.
Tsaka kailangan, always on the same page kayo.
Bongga. So that was all the secrets. I love learning so much more about the campers because of the kinks that they revealed. Sino yung medyo favorite mo yung narinig about them?
Si Kim talaga. Kasi will match my freak. Wow! Saka siguro natawa ako, natawa talaga ako kay Harold also. I also, nainteresado rin ako kay KHALI.
Yeah, well, ako si Julio just because na-in-love ako dun sa idea of like he really wants to please.
Yes.
That's very important. That's
Giver,
very rare. Yung mga giver na men, that's very rare. Speaking from
very si Julio, unicorn yan. He's a rare guy. So
another thing that I loved about the episode was after sharing these sexual experiences, na nagkaroon sila ng conversation din about safety because na-open yung topic of HIV. Of course, we're both in the community. How important do you think is it for people to have these conversations?
Yeah, actually, every time I talk about these things, I've guested in different podcasts. Kasi I always say this, the real killer is the stigma. Kasi it's not even a death sentence. Mas delikado pa magkaubo ngayon. And I think now more than ever, you really have to know your status. That's one. And then, be very vigilant in practicing safe sex. I told this nung talk ko about parang leadership, LGBT leadership sa corporate world. You have to build a space, especially tayo, we're visible, we're leaders in our realms and fields. We have to create that safe space for people to talk to us about it. Kasi daming bagay na parang hindi nila alam kung saan yung tutungo. So we really have to sort of build that safe space for the younger ones. I'm so happy that you brought it up kasi important to have these conversations. And kailangan, hindi natin, paulit-ulit natin dapat pag-uusapan.
Yeah, and that's why it's really important for that show to talk about it. So that's why you should get educated and get tested.
Yes. Love yourself. Libre doon.
What a fabulous Sparks Camp episode. What did you think of the entire episode so far, IC?
Ang ganda kasi like from 1 to, nag-escalate siya paunti-unti. So, I'm like super hooked ngayon na sino ba magkakatuluyan, and I'm very excited dun sa kwentuhan nila. It's a really good episode.
Yeah, kasi parang napansin ko, parang meron nang na-establish na mga pairings, but also, parang napansin natin na may mga in the background, mga nagbabagong preferences.
Correct. Oo. And ano kasi, yung maganda dun is, hindi mo alam kung anong mangyayari. Kasi okay, parang automatic, sige may nagkakagustuhan. Pero, I guess, dun sa mga silent na mga chika, ay may mga nagko-connect na hindi ko in-expect. So, abangan natin yan.
Abangan talaga natin yan. So what do you think is the in store for Sparks Camp?
Well, actually more kilig definitely. Hindi ko alam kung tama na expect ko to. Pero sana may drama. Kasi I mean, ano siya, it's good TV. Sana, I mean, hindi man away-away, pero sana may mga
Sana may mag-agawan.
May mag-agawan, yung mga ganon. Kasi ngayon kasi, like, masyado silang ang GV nila lahat. And yun ang comment ng mga netizens ngayon.
Yes,
Like, they like this batch kasi lahat sila sobrang positive, pero like, I'm expecting a lot of, aside from the kilig vibes, a lot of learnings also. As mentioned earlier, it's a really good show that sort of inspires the younger ones na guys, okay lang magbahal kung sino man gusto nyo. So, it's important to have these representations kasi sobrang natural parang nagkausap, nagka-spark. And yun talaga yung na-experience natin ng kabataan natin. Pero we don't see it in mainstream media, diba?
Super, super agree. I'm looking forward to the next episodes. And also, I'm so glad you found the time to do this because you're so busy, IC. Ano mga ganap?
Yes, and well, puro work. Ano siya, just follow me on social media, IC@Mendoza. And of course, follow my agency at In Circle. Yeah, ako very happy to be here. And thank you so much, Dr. Vicky Bello.
Yes.
And of course, Arian Manzano for my makeup and hair. And JAOC for my dentist, Centro Holistico for my colon cleanse. And I would like to thank my clothes. Thank you. Ayan.
Love it.
Thank you. Hindi ko na sponsor to. Thank you. Thank you. Ganun lang.
Thank you, IC. And that was another edition of the Sparkspective. Tune in next week para naman i-review natin ang episode 4. And I'm sure maraming juicing mangyayari. So if you don't want to miss that episode, don't forget to like and subscribe to Sisne POP, where pop culture meets me, my face, my body, my beauty. My beauty! Charot! Bye!